Hello, welcome to the monthly update of June 2021. I will leave Bali soon. Yeah, a lot of things have happened. I'm gonna start with my business stuff and then move on into like the private things, romantic life, all of that. Um, in the last month, in the last video update, I said that there was this opportunity and I applied for this job. That didn't work out, which I don't feel sad about at all. I still think it would have been cool, but now it puts me more into this position of like I need to take action and create. It kind of seemed like this would be a great opportunity, but also like an easy way. Like I just get to travel and film, and that's it. So yeah, business wise. Obviously continue to coach. I signed up a really amazing new client, even though I feel like, I'm gonna go to Germany on the 20th. The flight is booked. And then on holiday to Greece, see my family, travel around a little bit. So I want to keep my schedule flexible. I'm open to take on another client maybe, but then in a different with a different agreement. Like usually I work with my clients once a week over 3, 6, 12 months. And that's something that I don't really want to commit because I know already I'm going to be traveling on holiday and then need to push a few things back and forth. So I would take on a client, but then, yeah, more like a more flexible way, a package of maybe 6 sessions over a period of 6 months, and then we can, schedule them more flexibly. Yeah, then things are moving forward with the podcast because now I do have time for that. I have 2 podcast interviews scheduled. I started working with this woman, and she helps me to connect with people on LinkedIn. So that's going pretty well. Then virtual assistant is not going so well. I found a guy where I felt very excited at the beginning to work with him, but there's too many things that he said he would do and then he doesn't do, or I try to communicate what I need, what I want, and he's like, yeah, cool, and then nothing happens. So it looks like I need to find a new person again. But each time I'm learning more and more, like what is it that I really need to look out for. I get better at defining exactly what the job is. So I feel actually quite good about that. Then I started a money mindset intensive over 4 sessions. It will later be probably a month. Now we put those 4 sessions in 3 weeks. And this is the beta round that I'm doing with 4 participants to, go over all the material and get feedback and improve it before then I officially launch this program. And yesterday was the first session. Yeah, I feel really excited. I'm gonna get that done before I leave to Germany, so that feels good. And then, yeah, at some point I will record the sessions, the teachings, and maybe eventually even make a mostly video-based program out of it that will still have accountability, because I think that's very important. And then the growth plane, the green screen project, is making progress, and we have the first videos basically completely ready now. I can show you maybe a short teaser.
I'm going to talk about probably the biggest question that exists. What is the purpose of life? We will look at why it matters to ask that question, the dangers and traps that are connected.
Yeah, I'm really happy about that, how it turned out. It's going to be awesome. Yeah, I think that's it in terms of like what's happening business-wise. in my private life, so I continued to study more about trauma. I finished How to Do the Work, this book, another book called Inner Bonding, went to another workshop. Yeah, so that's something I'm still working on, feel pretty good about that. I went to hike this volcano, Mount Agung. That was an amazing hike, like 11 hours, really beautiful. I did Muay Thai for the first time, a lot of fun. I would love to do it more, but I'm a little hesitant because my wrist is still not healed. Yeah, that's annoying. I think I'm not taking care of it well enough, actually. Maybe, I need to get a hard case so I just can't move it. Then another thing that I'm super excited about, when I get to Germany, I will buy a continuous blood glucose monitor. So that's a device that you basically put onto your skin, or like it goes into the skin a little bit to measure how much blood sugar you have. And what that allows you to do is to eat different foods and then see how your body responds and your blood sugar responds, because the spike in blood sugar and insulin and the crash is what causes feeling tired after certain foods. And it seems like every person is so different in their response that the only way to really figure out is to test yourself. And if you don't want to rely on your feelings, that's the way to get data. And yeah, I need this data, otherwise I'm just like, maybe I'm tired because of something else, maybe I didn't sleep well last night, and then I'm not really making the changes, because obviously those changes are difficult. You need to say no to certain foods that you like. So I feel like with this data, I can adjust my diet, and that will lead to even more energy throughout the day. So I'm very excited about that. I also have this personal project right now, personal project of change around I could actually call it addiction for like watching funny or like entertaining YouTube videos or Instagram, or even checking messages. Like all those activities are activities I do when I feel maybe overwhelmed, or I don't know exactly, like something is difficult, and this is my way of coping. And I don't like it. It's not a good way of coping. And I really got into this whole dopamine system, how we are driven to do things that give us a rush of dopamine. It's a survival mechanism. It was really useful in the past, but now we have so many overly available stimulating things. Our phone is always with us. There's always more, like always novelty, and that is a big problem. And we are conditioning ourselves basically to become addicted to those rushes of dopamine, which is, short-term pleasure, instead of being able to delay gratification and do the things that are really rewarding long-term. So I feel like I'm definitely not the worst when it comes to that, and I have already a lot of systems in place that support me with that, but I still see it as one of the main patterns that reduce my performance and overall happiness and success long term. So yeah, narrowing down, putting my attention on that pattern to break it and to reprogram myself to just not do those things, because they're not valuable for my life at all. And then last but not least, I am in contact again with an ex-girlfriend, Fernanda. She's living in Brazil. She's having a little daughter now, but I really want to see her. So to see, if there's still anything between us, and just see what happens. So I might fly to Brazil after my time in Germany. Depending on COVID and how the communication with her is going until then, but yeah, that feels really exciting as well. So yeah, the next few months will be really cool, moving around, seeing different people, old friends, family, holiday, probably some windsurfing in Greece, and I will use this time to work on the things that are not directly related to one-on-one coaching. So I feel like, yeah, it's going to be really cool to work on, just things like my website, producing content, yeah, getting all those things forward. All right, that's it for this month, and see you next month. If you want to follow along on a day-to-day basis, follow me on Instagram. I'm posting a lot of stories there. And yo, thanks for tuning in. Peace.